Is Kirsten Powers still in denial about liberalism?
Yes, she maintains we're a racist nation so she won't alienate her friends she grew up with who always think about skin color.
Yeah, it's like she's a smoker that can't give up the habit because she'd lose so many of her friends.
And Bill O'Reilly certainly doesn't accelerate Kirsten's evolution either. Not that he's a conservative anyway.
I feel sorry for her too. She doesn't know how to defend her position at all after Monica Crowley articulates the realities.
I wonder if Kirsten isn't trying to be the token liberal a little bit, being that if she migrated to conservatism, not only would she lose her friends, but her lucrative salary as well.
She probably doesn't realize she comes off as the cute blonde bimbo stereotype. Or maybe she does. Who knows?
Now if I can only think of a way to get rid of my common sense, then I might get a job as a token liberal myself.
Perhaps I could get a job as the token straight male at MSNBC.
Now for the top story tonight, reaction with us here in New York City, Monica Crowley. And from Washington, Kirsten Powers, both are Fox News analysts. So where am I going wrong, Kirsten?
Well, first of all, we've had this conversation before. I do think that racism is a serious issue in this country, and I don't know why you are so unable to see that.
Because I don't think it's an epidemic of racism. I don't think it's ingrained in the society, and every country on earth has racist elements in it. Wouldn't you concede that? Every country on the planet has racist elements within it.
But what does that have to do with anything?
It has to do with it. You can't have a perfect world, Kirsten.
But it doesn't mean, well, you're making two different arguments. I mean, is it we're racist and so is everybody else? Or
No, we're not racist.
Everybody else is racist, but we're not racist.
We don't have a system where racism is acceptable at all. We don't.
Well, no, it's not acceptable, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
All right, so you want a nirvana, a perfect country where everybody is open-minded and benevolent. Impossible.
You always have this this way. It has to be one thing or the other. It can't be possible that there's something in the middle.
You must understand what's being sold is that we are, as a society, are racist, white supremacy, white privilege. That's what's being sold. If you don't get it, then you must be living in a hut somewhere with no electricity.
I'm living in the real world where you can actually defend America and people don't attack you. I don't even know what you're talking about. You're saying that you can't defend America without people attacking you?
I'm saying that the world is being told by anti-American haters that we are a rank racist society, and that is a lie. All right, you, Monica.
Yes. Are there individual racists in this country?
Of course.
Sadly, yes. Does institutional racism exist anymore? No, it does not. We've got to understand that when we talk about racist or racism in America, it is not created by government action or codified law or social acceptance, okay? But you have people on the far left who believe that America is a nation that was founded on genocide, theft, crimes, and lies.
Slavery.
And and therefore, we are undeserving and unworthy of our power. That's why they constantly seek to degrade America, to take us down in terms of our power and our influence and our status, both here at home and in the world. They want America taken down. Problem is we have enough enemies like ISIS and Russia around the world trying to do it from the outside. These are folks on the inside who hate this country so much, they're trying to take us down from within.
You know, you're making a lot of noise there, which is rude to Monica, and I don't think you want to be rude. You know, you're snorting out there, and I want you to knock it off, all right?
I am not snorting. I just don't know what you guys are talking about, and I don't, this idea that you can say that
if you don't know what we're talking about, then you're not watching what's happening in the country.
Right, because unless I think just like you, then I must not be paying attention.
You're in a state of denial about what's happening. That's what you're in.
The thing that actually made me gasp, not snort, was this when Monica said that
you're doing a derisive snort, and I want you to knock it off.
I am not, Bill. Why don't you knock it off? I'm trying to finish a sentence. I did not. Monica and I are fine. Trust me. We have a very good relationship, and I respect her a lot. You know, the issue that I made a noise about that upset you so much is this idea that there's something crazy about talking about the fact that slavery was part of this country's history. That there are people out there that believe this. That we believe this. This is what happened. happen.
So what? I mean, we have tried and tried and tried as a society to overcome that. And I acknowledge that it's still in play.
But we have a legacy from that.
So, yeah, but we are trying to overcome the legacy.
How?
There are, how? Laws, civil rights legislation,
really?
All right, fast track, entitlements, affirmative action. I mean, how many more programs can we have?
Oh, but that's not. I don't even understand how that would help account for slavery. I mean,
it was a historical injustice that the country is trying to make up for.
But the point is that we have to acknowledge that because of that.
Every sane person acknowledges
everybody does not acknowledge that.
Well, then you're talking about the lunatic fringe.
No, it's not the lunatic fringe. There are actually a lot of people in this country who are racist, and you just refuse. I mean, I really have to wonder, like.
All right. I mean, I have to wonder about why you can't see what's happening, because most Americans are not racist. They're not.
Really? So how many black friends do you have?
Really?
How many black friends do you have?
If you think most Americans are racist, I'm ashamed of you.
I'm asking you a serious question.
I'm ashamed of you.
First of all, I didn't say most Americans were racist.
You just said it.
Well, if I said that, I meant that we have racism in this country.
Every country has it.
And that if you don't have... What? How would that make it okay?
It's not okay. It's not endemic.
But I don't understand how that's an answer. Like, that every country has it?
You can't run public policy because there are fringe elements who are insane. We are trying as a country to be decent and fair. And that's not being portrayed.
It is not a fringe element, and there are plenty of people who would disagree with you with the idea that somehow everything has been rectified in our system. There's no institutional racism.
Let's give Ms. Monica the last word.
I think people who work with the criminal justice system would disagree with you.
I just want to make a broader point about this, because when you hear people running down America as a racist country, or we're sexist, or we're homophobic, or whatever the argument du jour is, these are sweeping indictments of America. It comes from a certain ideology on the far left. E pluribus unum was our motto, used to be our motto. Out of many, one. What the left has done for decades, and what they need to do in order to thrive, is to slice and dice the American population by race, by gender, by creed, you name it, in order to pit us against each other.
And they're winning.
And that's what you're seeing, and they are winning.
They're getting a lot of currency. All right, ladies, good debate. We're not mad at you, Kirsten. I'm sorry if I mischaracterized what you were doing, all right? But I want respect for everyone. One footnote, Kirsten's book, The Silencing, good book. How the Left is Killing Free Speech, currently available everywhere. Next